they've raised $1.5 billion over the last 10 years. Yet when we look at the adoption of those services, it's been relatively low. You have, like, a lot of farmers might register for these things, but are they actively using them? Are they actively engaging with them? And that's often less than 10% in many countries. And so I think a couple of the reasons why these solutions didn't scale. One, I think, is the digital rails weren't there. It's really hard for a small ag tech company that's gotten a little bit of funding, or maybe they're funded by an NGO or a philanthropy, to really scale their service, because they don't have the underlying farmer registries. They often don't have mobile internet in many areas. They don't have solar maps. They don't have weather forecasts, and it's impossible for any one organization to build all of that. I think that was, one key reason that these solutions didn't scale. The other, I think, is around the human-centered design problem, and that is, I think a lot of times we came in with a technology-first approach rather than understanding what the farmer's problem really was and whether this technology was going to solve that problem and how to design it appropriately. So I think that's sort of some lessons learned and the rationale for taking more of a systems approach to this, like to really think about the end-to-end. Okay, you can deploy an AI chatbot, but is it going to be accessible in local language? Is it going to understand local dialects? Is it going to have local market prices? Is it even going to have in the underlying model that you're using, whether that's Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude or one of the open source models from China, is it going to have the data that represents those smallholder farmers in the pre-training? So I think we've really got to think end to end.